She's in a roadside calf right now.
Hello and welcome to Midweek Gaming. It's Wednesday again. If you'd like to check out a good independent gaming website, please check out www.bg4ghub.com. If you'd like a nice logo graphic avatar made for you by the graphic god, please check out www.xboxgamerpics.com. And this week we have the regular panel back, and most importantly we have a removable sanity. How are you doing?
Thank you very much. Yes, doing a lot better today. Much better. Yes. You'll be putting up with my voice again, unfortunately.
Good to hear. Good to hear. Unfortunately, you missed the big news, didn't you? Bethesda.
I did. Yeah, I missed all the big stuff. But that's how it goes, isn't it? Life happens.
Yeah, you know. Do you want to say your little view on it or not?
No, I think, to be honest, when I listen to you guys, you pretty much hit everything I was thinking of anyway.
Okay.
So yeah, I think I'm going to back out of this particular topic and wait for the new topics for today.
Fair enough, mate. Have you been playing many games, or you been too busy?
I have been lucky enough to be reviewing some games, and one of the games is actually going to be released, I think, on the 26th, and it's called Space Base Startopia, and that is coming out as a preview game on the 26th, and that's a game review will be coming out on that regarding it. So yes, I've been playing that for mostly, unfortunately. Trying to get that and look through it and get enough of a feel for it so I can do at least a good indication and review to anyone who wants to know about it.
I'm looking forward to that. Because you always do great reviews on indie games, and it's a very, as a lot of people say, a very calm and relaxing voice.
Completely different to me talking on a podcast, though.
No, you've got no.
I'm a bit more shouty. I'm a bit more shouty apparently on here.
No, it's always good. Your opinion's always good. It is. And welcome, Mr. Tushi, live from somewhere in the UK in a McDonald's.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Sponsored, I'd say.
How are you doing? And have you been playing any games? Which is a stupid question for you, unless you've been driving your lorry all over the country.
I've actually had a quiet week this week. I'm only doing about 7 hours a day. It's quite nice.
Nice.
Well, working or actually gameplay?
Working. Yeah, I'm alright. I've been playing quite a few games actually. It's kind of weird. I've been playing more like older games and stuff. Like I was playing Dark Forces today from 1995.
Yeah, I saw that.
And I installed and started World of Warcraft today. Just
really? Now I've heard that's a good game. I know a few people play that, and it's very addictive from what I hear.
Yeah,
you
so
we
might lose Tushi before the end of the night.
That's what I said. If we lose him on the podcast, you know what's happened.
I'm still on a boat at the start, so I ain't got far. I was just gonna
Series X might gather some dust. We'll be playing World of Warcraft all the time.
Part of that PC Master Race now.
Yeah, that's it.
He is.
Did you know, since I've got the PC though, yesterday was the second time I've put the Xbox on since. when I was playing Call
See,
of Duty with Val last night.
animated just proves your point.
Yep.
I do miss it though. It's
He's staring at it now, thinking, I need to go on it.
He's stroking it gently.
What are we talking about again? Oh,
Yeah, Series X. Yeah, nice beard.
He's waiting for his McFlurry to turn up. That's what he's waiting for.
That's what it is. Yeah.
So, you been up to much else or not?
no.
No.
Oh, I've been setting up the little office space, but that's about it.
It's
all
going
right,
on professional now, yes.
My bank balance.
Will we hear the
isn't
vape though? Will we hear the vape?
No,
Oh, you're letting everyone down.
it's there.
Cerebral Paul, welcome.
Yo,
how,
hello.
How are you doing? Have you been playing many games?
I've been playing a lot of games, and today I reinstalled Red Dead Redemption 2 on my Series X so I could give it a look. It looks beautiful. I love the quick load times. Those things are just monster.
That's good to hear. That is.
And as well as the usual suspects. Or actually, that's not true. I've also been playing. What's the name of it? The one that they just got on Game Pass. It's turn-based gangster.
Empire
game.
of Sin.
That's the one. Yep.
I've not tried
And
that
then
Do you
hopefully
know who it's made by?
not off the top of my head, but I can find out real quick.
If you're a Doom fan, you'll recognise
yes.
the name.
ID didn't ID do Doom originally? No.
No, I'm talking about the actual creator.
Oh no, I see. I'm not one of those guys who knows all that stuff. I really, I'm serious.
Yeah,
I
I'm that
don't.
weird person.
Yeah.
No, it's one of those beasts. No, I the only reason I know is I actually I met the young lady. And the husband who helped create Doom.
Nice.
And,
Yeah, I don't tend to memorize all that the minuscule stuff. I'm lucky if I get. I'm serious. I'm lucky if I get as far as what studio put it out. It's like I honestly am. I don't care where it comes from. If it's a good game, I play it. If it's not, I don't.
Yeah.
I don't look at who puts it out. And people think I'm the same way with my sports too. They're all like, "Well, can you believe that so and so?" I'm like, "Who are the unless it's the quarterback or some other key player? I don't know. I have no idea. He's on the defense. Okay, that's good. Is he doing his job? That's all I care about."
But you can name every Spice Girl though.
Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Ginger, turmeric. No. That's not right.
My favourite was Old Spice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's quite nice that stuff is, when you get used to it.
You're not supposed to drink it.
I don't stick it in my ass.
Wow.
That explains
Oh,
so
God.
much.
It's definitely got spice to it.
You been playing any more of that boring golf game?
Yeah, actually, I check about once every other day to see if any new tournaments are up. A lot of people that are in the thing have been busy lately, so I haven't been doing a lot of getting together. But I'm sure it'll pick up again at some point. And then Mr. Animated and myself over there will be doing It Takes Two probably in the next little bit, because it comes out tomorrow, I believe, or maybe the day after. One of those two comes out like real soon. Which is the from the same people who did that other one that we played together, A Way Out. Yeah,
Nice.
another co-op game, so that'll be fun.
Good to hear.
And from what I've seen, one of the people I follow who did a write-up on it said it's really nice. It's very well done, so I'm looking forward to it.
Good to hear. He's doing well now. He's muting his mic now when he's vaping, but you can see him vaping.
Well, as long as we don't have to listen to him slurping in my ear, I'm good. So, Now the fun part will be when he forgets to unmute himself and he's sitting there talking and can't figure out why we're not responding.
Exactly.
No,
exactly.
He'll have learned that from watching me do it. Oh, no, yeah.
You got any? You been up to much else, Paul, or not?
No, not really. I mean, I'm tomorrow I should be my the Avermedia that Viper 7 sent me to replace my Elgato should be here, so I should be back up and running tomorrow. And I'm still waiting for my stimulus check so I can take care of some other financial issues and technology issues. Other than that, I'm just surviving day to day.
Hopefully it turns up soon for you. Hopefully.
Yep. Eating a lot of rice. So go ahead.
Welcome, Animators Evil. Thanks for coming by again. As always, you've been playing many games?
Yes. Hello, everybody. Hello. I've had difficulty playing games this week just because of the amount of work I have to do, but that's by the by. I've also been playing. I'll give it a shot. Empire of Sin, the same as Paul. I played that early in the weekend. I like turn-based, usually in a RPG, and I dabbled with some similar shooters, but man, when you get in it, it goes deep. There's so much things you can do. You can with Empire of Sin, if you've not played it, you can go through real quick, just doing a few missions and stuff like that, but you can really take it so deep with the menus and stuff. So I've been really enjoying that.
Sounds good, that does.
It does. So if you like stuff like XCOM, but with a bit of the fighting's a bit like XCOM, the turn-based sort of battling's like XCOM, but you sort of the premise of the game is you sort of you have to start taking over zones from other mobsters, and it's quite fun. It really is quite fun.
There's another layer to it by the sounds of it.
Think Chicago gangsters in the 30s, 20s and 30s.
Yeah, it's exactly that.
So besides the actual RTS aspect to it, it's almost sounds like as you said, it's almost got a boundary system upon which you take over zones and so take over aspects and try and control them as well.
Yep.
Yes, and you've got to control relationships with other gangsters, and you also have to sort of beef up your security in the buildings you've taken over, and it's got a bit of
so it's a bit of a management sim as well. So
yes,
yeah,
it's a hybrid of both. Yeah,
and like you said,
you
it's a lot deeper than you think, because if you go in thinking, "Oh, this is easy," now all of a sudden it steps up, and you're like, "Holy crap!" They start attacking you every way from Saturday, and
Good to hear. It is.
So, yeah,
Hey, you been playing much else?
A little bit. I've been trying to do a little bit more of Far Cry 5, which is just that's my thing. I really do love it. The characters in it. I think it's become my favourite Far Cry.
Have you got a pet badgie yet?
No, I'm running around with a pet dog at the moment, and if I want to swap him, I've got a badass sniper. But the dog's just awesome, because if anyone's near when you're trying to sneak, he'll start growling. You think, oh, hang on a minute.
Fair
so
enough.
no pet badger yet.
You need you need one of them bears, out of New Dawn. The massive bears that attack you. You need one of them as a pet.
Fair enough, mate. It sounds good. So, everyone, I have got a special guest, and this will shock everyone. Okay, and you'll be pleasantly surprised. And here is the special guest.
Hello.
How are you doing, Looper?
Hey!
How you doing? I'm doing well, thank you.
Good to hear. Good to hear from you, Looper.
It's so nice to hear your voice. How you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks. And it's good to hear all your voices too.
You won't say that by the end of this.
Or maybe not yours, Sanity. No,
That's it.
no jokes.
shots fired.
I've missed you.
Yeah, I know. I missed you all, and I want to say
think
to
we all have.
everybody, it's been amazing. The best wishes I've received, and I can't be more grateful. And I'm so glad I'm back in the arms of my gaming family.
Hey.
I bet your DMs were clogged, weren't they?
Absolutely.
I bet you've never seen so many.
No, I've never had to answer so many messages in all my life. But the issue was, wasn't what happened. It was the fact that some little scrote stole my phone out of the hospital.
Oh, really?
That was why I couldn't get in touch with anybody,
fucking hell.
because obviously husband's not allowed in, and I'm in there alone, and I was unconscious, and well, actually I was in an enforced coma, and some little shit stole my phone.
Fucking hell.
But luckily
Wow.
they caught him on CCTV, and the police ended up getting it back for me.
I'm actually.
But I had to wait till I got home because they wanted to use it as evidence. So.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Send us all his name and address. We'll go see him.
I don't
All of
even
us,
know
all
his
at
We
once.
name.
can't say that on stream.
I'm actually surprised that if you were in a coma, how he got to your personal belongings. He must
Well,
have been.
because he was visiting somebody else, apparently a grandmother or something, and he just
right.
saw it on the table and just whipped it.
Bloody arsehole. He is. Sorry to
Yep.
swear, but he is. You know.
People like that get on my nerves because that meant that for at least 3 weeks I was unable to tell anybody anything.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
I
we,
said-
we, we were starting to worry. We were
I was getting
seriously-
concerned. I was getting concerned when I messaged Dealer. And Dealer didn't know anything. He didn't know what was going on, and I thought, "Oh no," you know. If
yeah.
Dealer don't know, you know.
Yeah,
I was
it
in touch with Dealer as well.
It was
A
little
lot of
bit,
people were, you know.
Yeah, it was a little bit annoying, and I was stuck, and I couldn't even have my husband with me, so I was completely on my own.
Yeah.
And there was just
Terrible.
nothing I could do, and all I had with me at the time was my phone. If I'd had my laptop or something, like I could have.
They
done
wouldn't even let him bring by
touch.
the laptop and like drop it
No,
off or give it to a
no.
nurse so they could bring it up to you.
Really?
No, it's the same when my son, it all started sort of mid-January. My son he runs his own business. He's an electrician, and he got electrocuted and thrown through 3 floors.
Oh,
All because the builders didn't know he was up in the attic and put the electric back on, and he got shot across the room and down the holes they'd left in each floor. And he fractured all his pelvis, and he had fractured skull and broken legs and all sorts. And I went to the hospital, obviously, as you would, and I got there, and they wouldn't let me in. I could only wait and see him through the window, and then when he went into surgery, they told me, go home, there's no point you hanging about here, it's dangerous, go home.
How's he doing now? Because I remember you telling me back in February about it. And
Well, it was sort of January, I think. When January or February? I can't remember. Yeah, January, I think.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just, I've just, been in touch by phone and stuff, and eventually he's now awake at least, and he's starting to get on the mend, and he's had lots of surgeries and one thing and another, but he will be all right. But it's a shit thing to happen.
It
And
is.
that then brought a TIA on for me. So I had a bit of a bad time, as you know. I told you, Stubbs, and I was a
Yeah.
bit out of it then. Well, then that all sorted itself out, and I got back on the mend, and everything was cool. And then something else seriously bad happened. I went for I have to go every 3 times a year for an MRI, and they found shit in my brain, and so I had to go straight into brain surgery. And that's when the little skunk stole my phone. So then I couldn't tell anybody anything. So that happened about a month ago. And I've slowly crept my way back up, and I got home a week ago, and now I'm just getting on with it best I can. But I haven't played any games, so don't ask me that.
I won't. I won't.
I'm so gutted. I had a list that I was going to go Little Nightmares 2, the Medium. I had to finish Phoenix and also Valhalla, and I haven't got any of it done, and I'm in a bad way now. I'm behind everybody.
Just be glad I wasn't the one who greeted you when you first woke up. I would have been like, it's like 2024, right? Yeah.
Yeah, you should. I know you would.
Yeah, you would. Yeah.
my velocity is to laugh at it. Otherwise, you just sit and bloody cry in a corner and go so totally insane.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Amen.
Jeez.
But it was
Well,
just a set of things that happened, and it was
Yeah.
just one after the other, and it was one of those shit times. You get them every now and again, don't you?
Well, hopefully the hospital, they realized that your stuff got stolen while you were unconscious. And
No, they didn't
yeah.
until I woke up and said it was gone, because I was only like out for, I don't know, probably about 4 or 5 days. And I said it'd gone because obviously the first thing I wanted to do was talk to my other half. And my phone, I couldn't find it, and I got the nurse search everything. Nope, it's not here. I said, well, you better get the police, please.
Yeah.
So
Figure it out.
she got the police, and he said, don't worry about anything, don't panic, leave it to me. And he went off, and apparently he found CCTV and managed to track the little totally
Nice.
down.
Yeah, that's good on him.
That wasn't toe rag was the word I meant to say.
Well,
Yeah.
do you remember when I was in hospital?
Yeah.
And I couldn't do nothing about it because I never paid for a key. But what happened basically was my wallet went missing. And but I had 2 phones in my side table. I had a lot. I had my Xbox controller, all sorts in my side drawer. None of that went missing, but my wallet went missing. 30 quid went, right, and I couldn't report it because they make you sign a waiver to say you leave it there at your own risk, but you can get hold of a key, and I decided not to. But I got a call from the hospital because my driver's license was in it, and they sent me it back with the wallet in, but there was no money in it. But yeah, someone basically obviously nicked the wallet and thought that was the easiest thing to nick, and they must have dumped the wallet somewhere within the ward, and they found it a week later or something. But it didn't bother me that much, but
I actually lost my wallet once and the guy mailed it back to me. All the money was gone, but my cards and stuff were in it. I was like, thank you.
Yeah.
well,
That's a
You know,
pain having
but-
to change all your cards and everything.
Oh
Yep.
God,
but
yeah.
for you, Looper, that's even worse though because you robbed your phone and you couldn't get in contact with your
Right.
husband, and
No, I couldn't get
my
in
wife would have
contact
been
with-
going nuts.
Yeah.
She would have been.
He
I'm telling
was
you.
he was stressing out, and I managed to, because of my house phone that everybody takes the piss out of, that was in my setup video picture. Everybody took the piss out of my little having an old person's handset, but that came in very handy because
Yeah, it
I was
did, I'll
able to
bet,
get
yeah.
I was
Yeah.
able to get the nurse to ring him. But you see, we share a mobile phone because we don't see the point in having two. So we share a mobile phone. So it wasn't like he doesn't know anything about Twitter and all that stuff. He leaves all that to me. He don't do it. So he didn't know that he could go on a laptop and talk on Twitter. So he couldn't tell anybody. And then, but at least I was able to talk to him on occasion, but wasn't very often, like just on a normal phone.
Still not the same, is it?
No, the nurse just brought it round to the bed, and I was able to talk to him for 10 minutes, but it wasn't for long. But yeah, it's just one of them things, and I couldn't tell Dealer, and normally Dealer knows everything else.
He does, because I thought, because the night before, you messaged me in the morning to let me know what was going on, but the night before, Dealer sent me a voice message on Xbox Live saying that he didn't know what was going on. I wrote, but he sounded in his voice. He sounded quite upset. He said, "I don't know. I haven't heard from him. I don't know. I'm a bit worried."
Yeah.
Then the
Yeah.
following morning, you sent me a message. You did.
Yeah, I managed to speak to him that night, and then I sent you a message. But it was unreal. It was absolutely an unreal set of circumstances.
It is.
And I thought, everybody's going to hate me. They're going to think I've just dumped them. And I was a bit scared about coming back into the chat and that. But I did yesterday. I went into chat for RDX, and then for Gaming After Dark, and then for Brother Mike. And then today I've done Wandering Dutch, and now you. But I didn't expect to be on your show. I just expected to be in the chat.
Well, I just sent you a message
But,
saying, "Do you want to come
yeah.
on?"
Yeah,
No
you
pressure,
did.
though.
Yeah, I know. But I just thought it'd be nice I can come on and actually speak words instead of stupid typing that I never seem to do well. And so it was good for me to be able to get on and tell everybody how appreciative I am of them.
Well, it just
So
shows
thank
you
you, folks,
how
and you need to get on with your show now.
Yeah.
Forget about me.
And Dragon
Well, that's
Wolf
never going to happen.
says, "Stop kidding yourself, Stubbs. Your wife would love you to stop bothering her." I tell you what, when I was in hospital for that week, she wanted me back. You know, because you got to think though, we've been together since over 10 years now since we've been married. We haven't had spent a night apart.
Oh, you're only a pup, Stubbsy.
Yeah, but you got to think about it. She's been left. There's 2 kids to look after by herself when I'm normally there.
Bless her, yeah.
It was a hard time. It was. I know Dragon Wolf's only kidding, you know, but I wouldn't like to go through that again. I wouldn't, definitely not. Not when I'm still learning to walk properly.
Yeah, with all this going on, every time I've been raising money, it's been for Children's Hospital, and I tell people I was in the hospital as a kid. I can't imagine doing it now when you can't see but maybe one parent.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
You can't see your brothers and sisters. You can't see extended family. It's one parent at a time usually. You know.
It is. It's really.
And they're scared and they're lonely.
Because
and,
my son's an adult, they wouldn't even let me anywhere near.
Right.
Yeah.
I was lucky to actually get in the hospital, and for me that was a big thing anyway because I don't normally go out, but it's my son. I'm not going to not go. But it's really horrible when you're stood like a good 20 feet away behind a glass window.
Yep.
And he's not with us, so he doesn't. I'm thinking I can't even hold his hand.
Yeah, and you know, and the people that aren't taking this seriously is I put a lot of blame on them. You know, it's like, those they're
people.
affecting the rest of us. They're affecting the rest of us.
My
and they don't
husband's
care.
getting his second jab next week, I think it is.
I've got my
So
second one in
he'll
May.
be safe, thank goodness, apparently. But I don't know why people think that the government tells us the middle of July it's all going to be gone away. You can all go back to normal, and it's so you think the COVID virus just decides to do off just because our government tells it is? What a load of bollocks! People must be stupid if.
Hey, ours said it was going to be gone by the end of May or something.
I know it's a joke.
2 weeks like a miracle.
It's just that
a miracle.
They need some kind of roadmap because the rioting that's going on, if they keep the country in a lockdown for another year, I know I want it to all end, but this country is on the fucking verge of a revolution. I'm telling you. The rioting that happened, the blowing up police vans and that.
Well, same here. Same here.
It will get nasty in Britain. But they've got to give a roadmap, and each stage says, though, subject to review, we could change at any stage. So, you know. But let's get on with talking about some gaming anyway.
Yes, let's do the gaming.
But I'm really pleased you're back, Luca. I'm really pleased you're back.
You're a gem, mate. We will be streaming the event on Friday. I think via the VG, VG HD, you know what I mean? The video 3-bit.
Yes.
Yeah, I got it.
And then we'll be doing Ultimate again then on Friday evening as well. So back to business.
That'd be good. That would be good.
Yeah.
That will. Yeah. So here's the first question. It was a question that I was listening to Green Pass Gaming last Sunday, and it was quite a good show. It was. I told Fluff I'm going to mention the question, and he said, "Yeah, it's a good topic." Now, obviously, I don't know if all of you got PlayStations. I know you've all got Xboxes, but do you think the Xbox achievement system and the PlayStation trophy system, as in, do you think it means anything anymore with the high gamer scores, etc.? Have you got any of you guys got any take on it?
Well,
and ladies,
yeah. For me personally, I still use it as just a drive to do more in a game. Sometimes I don't necessarily care who has a higher gamer score, but I'll go. Wait, I can go get 25 points if I go grab this thing. Okay, I'm gonna go grab that thing. So in a way, it gives me incentive to do more in the game than just rush through it.
Yeah,
I agree.
Fair enough, yeah.
I totally see
agree.
that.
when I get an achievement, my whole being goes, yeah, get
Yeah,
in.
I like that ding sound. I like that,
That feeling.
especially that rare ding sound. Especially the rare ding sound. It's like, all right.
Yeah, the actual proper, you
Yeah.
know, ding, you've got an achievement, and it's like, yeah, look what I just did. And when I 1,000 it, or whatever score it is now, I was like, oh my god, I just 100% of that with Ruby. So yeah, I do love it for that reason. But I think the actual gamer score is a bit of a cheat now, because if you've got these achievement hunters, I mean, they just hammer them out on the most pathetic games. You could always tell a proper gamer, just go to their games and watch what they play.
You are right.
If they're
because
playing
you
all
can-
these stupid 5-minute things, I saw a cheat. What's that called? Subnautica.
Yeah.
It could be cheated in 1 minute
What?
Wow.
Really? That's insane.
I done that one.
using dev code.
You cheat.
I got that one. Yeah.
See, I don't cheat.
It actually
I
took
can
about
cheat.
an hour.
They said a minute, like on the write-up on it. I don't know, because I didn't look into it, because I don't cheat. I don't like it. I just put YouTube on and I saw it there and thought, oh, that's bollocks. How can you do
That's
a
tushi.
game of that size? Guys, no, that's so wrong. But
you
no,
put
I
code
don't
in.
like that. And they brought out, what's the name, Tushi, of those silly little games that literally take you 5 minutes?
Well,
or
yeah, about
10 minutes?
Ratalaki games.
That's them.
Ratalaki.
And I'm like, oh my god, no, I'm not doing them. Now there's some indie games that I love and I will do because I love the game. That's different. It's not a 5 minute like Little Nightmares and that. You know, it's not. It's an 8-10 hour game, I guess. So it's not a game that you can whip through and cheat. But I don't like those games, no. And so therefore I don't think gamers score. If you're looking at people and thinking, oh, that they got that gamer score, that's amazing, and then the only way you can confirm that they really have got that gamer score off their own back and is if they, you know, make sure they haven't played these stupid little what's it games you just said.
Ratalaki, they're called.
Or when you look at one of your friends and they in the last 30 days they've got like 30,000
I wouldn't
points. You're like,
say.
hell.
I wouldn't say. I mean, I've not played it, but Indie Gamer said Subnautica is actually a very good game. Maybe it's just a hack, you know.
Yeah,
But
it's,
there is
dev
games
code. You can go in there on a PC and you can put in these codes, and they're called dev codes. There's a couple of them I've seen.
Oh, okay.
And you can put these dev codes in and jump from thing to thing to thing. There was 2 or 3 different games like that on there, and you can jump from thing to thing to thing, and it automatically gives you your achievements.
Ark is one of them.
Pixel Arc is the same as well.
Oh,
Yep.
see, a man of experience would know.
Yeah, since he's done it. Gonna report him and they'll zero out his gamer score and
See,
then he'll
I
cry
think
for
what
a
it
week.
is it's not all the indie. Well, it is. It's more like some games are being made purposely, like to be really easy, and they're like sugar coated. So the developer or the publisher advertises them, and the main premise is you can get quick, easy gamer score. It's not advertising a good game. It just advertises the fact, quick gamer score, and that's it. Not that the game's good.
Yep.
It's like sugarcoats game. And the main purpose is cheap gamer score. That's it really.
It is. But it doesn't take away the feeling. The feeling of getting an achievement. That's
no.
never going to go away because I've been hearing it since the beginning of time.
Yep. Now I do kind of look into some of that stuff when they do the point for the Microsoft points from the gamer score thing that they do every few months.
Yeah.
And even most of those are still hard for me to do. But if I want to garner up some Microsoft points, I may grab a couple of those.
Yeah,
do what I can real
tried,
quick.
but
Yeah.
I didn't get anywhere close because, like, I don't
Yeah.
want to play games I'm not interested in.
Yeah.
So, but I do the Game Pass quests.
Yeah.
So if there's a game on there that I've got downloaded, then I'll do it just for the 50 or the 100 points. Or
Sometimes I'll download them just to do them and then immediately delete them.
yes, sometimes I do that. Yeah, like when they say you got to kill, I don't know, 50 people. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
I drop in, kill 50 people, delete the game.
Yep. There's a couple of games for this week that are just like that too, and exactly what I'm
Yeah.
going to do.
But yeah,
Gone
no,
quiet.
it's,
Come on.
it's yeah. I mean, I haven't
Come
got a
on,
high game
animated.
score. It's
You
down
ain't said
to
anything.
I play
I have a
multiplayer
little.
for years, and when you look at people's game score, you think, oh, well, why hasn't he got a higher game score? It turns out, for a lot of years, I just play multiplayer games, and when you play them, you don't generally get game score. You get one. You don't get it very often. If you play, and that's what happens. But obviously, you get certain people that get to a certain level, then it's slowed down. Because like a lot of people use Randall 4 as an million gamer score, but Rand now doesn't actually go aggressively after gamer score. He just plays a game. He doesn't aggressively go to try and get millions now. He got the million gamer score. From what I gather, he doesn't aggressively go after it like these achievement hunters don't anymore. He doesn't need to. You know, it's not a thing. He just enjoys playing games now. He does, but whenever you bring gamer score, they bring Rand's name up as well, generally, because he got the million gamer score. But he doesn't aggressively go after it like an achievement hunter does now. You know what I mean?
And what was I going to say? I was going to say something. Forgot now. Crap. Lost my train of thought.
Rand wasn't the first to a million.
Oh,
no, he
no,
said he
no.
was. He said he was
Rand-
fourth or fifth. He was.
Yeah,
fourth or
Rand is
fifth.
Rand is the only person to get a million on stage at E3. That's what makes
on
it special.
stage at E3 with
Yeah.
Phil Spencer watching on.
Yeah. So go to the Stubbs cast with Randall 419 that I had on not long ago on the
Yep.
Stubbs
Yeah,
cast.
Saw
It's
saw
all
that.
in there. Did you?
I've been
Thanks.
catching up all week with
Oh,
YouTube podcasts and videos. My head is like, oh my god, how many more have I got to watch?
Oh,
It's
there's
hard to
never ending,
keep
never
up.
ending.
It is
It
hard.
is never
Think
ending.
of it as like a Netflix series. You've just got to push through it to get to
Yeah.
the end.
There is a good Flemish experience where basically Flemish is there and
Yeah.
Animated Evil and Cerebral take over.
Yes, it was really good. I liked it.
No, I never did. I never
Yeah,
did.
you did.
That
Oh,
was
yes,
great.
you
Oh
did.
yes, yeah we did. Yeah we did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
I
we did.
saw it and I thought, oh.
Yeah, so moving along. Yeah. I've been a member of Xbox for what I think it's 13 or 14 years. I've had the same account, and I'm very close to 200,000 gamer score.
Nice.
So I have done some achievement hunting in the past, but never to the extreme of playing every single shit game. But what I think dilutes it at the moment is the fact that there's a loophole out there where you can add 1,000 to your game every 3 months or something. I think me and Tushi went. Yeah, so there's a loophole when if you release a game, I think you can add 1,000 every 3 months achievement points.
As
So
long
there's
as
some
the
out there.
original,
Yeah,
it's
Go on,
as long as the original achievements don't get touched.
yeah,
And
you
that
can
you
add
can
more.
add-
I
Yeah.
thought they only added points to a game if they did DLC or something.
No,
Excuse me,
Well-
can you repeat that? I got sidetracked, sorry.
yeah, sorry. So there's a developer out there that is milking it, just releasing a little bit of more content and getting another 1,000 gamer score. So I think it's up to 3,000-4,000 right now. Some of the games they do, but they're releasing these games every 2 or 3 months. Another game with another 1,000, and then the cycling. These achievements.
I seem to think that
every 3 months where they can add another 1,000.
I think I read something about that. Microsoft is actually
Yeah.
looking at stopping that because they've set up a system and the developers have rules they're supposed to follow as far as the achievement points go.
Yeah, but there's a loophole that exists right now. So there's people just playing a game for 10 minutes and automatically getting another 1,000. I mean, back in the day.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah, so back in the day, I think they were worth a lot more, and I still get that feeling when an achievement pops, and especially when I haven't been trying, and it's something rare. And
Yeah,
it's like, ooh,
the rare
like,
ones are the ones that are like,
diamond,
ooh.
the diamond, I got a diamond. I get that feeling the same.
Well, just like I just restarted Red Dead Redemption 2, and one of the things I'm going to do before I get too far back into it is to see which achievements I missed the first time through, which ones I can go back and pick up.
Yeah.
Same with the medium. I know what I missed in the medium, and I have to basically, for the medium, most of them, you have to not miss anything on a single run through. So if you missed anything, you've got to start the whole game over again.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, games like that, brilliant. I mean, I've played some bad ones for achievement score. I really have, but yeah, I still get excited for when I'm playing a game, especially if I'm playing with my two boys on a multiplayer or a story game, and we get it together. It's just, oh, look at that! I've got this achievement, and one of them say, oh, I haven't got it yet. It's great.
Yeah. Things like Human Fall Flat are good for that. You know,
He's still talking, but he's gone.
Whom?
Animated Evil.
Oh, I'm still here.
I couldn't hear anything. I could see your mouth moving, but I couldn't see it.
Oh no!
Really?
If you're watching the stream, there's a delay, so you probably caught the
you're
delay.
not watching the stream, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Talking
That'd
on
be
YouTube.
why.
I always talk to our chat.
Yeah.
Godzilla, they do link it to points every few months. Usually it's a 10,000 point match for match. They've done it.
I don't
Or
care about the
2,000.
score.
No, 10,000, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, but sometimes they do 2,000.
Yeah.
Well.
I don't actually care about what score I've got. I mean, I've been playing for a long, long time, and I've still only got 105,000. So I'm not that bothered. I'm just thinking, I just like the noise and seeing an achievement. But I ain't bothered about getting 1 million or anything like that. I might do if I live long enough.
Yeah. Well, and I'm on my way to getting 100,000, and I probably will be very proud of that moment.
Yeah, I was proud of that.
I slightly get nervous about my achievement score. I don't know if it's just me. Okay, this is going to sound very weird, but I am, and some of you will know this, I'm a little bit like OCD, so it has to be an even number.
Oh, you're just like Zemi Games. He's exactly the same.
You would like mine right now.
Same.
Yeah, if I see a 1 or 3, that it actually makes me, it drives me nuts, and it's one of those things that in my head it just plays in my brain, and it's like, right, I need to get that to a 5 or a 0. That just it winds me up. And so I enjoy the achievements, but it was like it's one of those things. So I now, and I have dread to say this, but I actually have stopped playing game because it's got uneven achievements.
Wow.
I've got to the point. It's like this is just stressing me out too much. I've getting to a nice perfect 5 or 0, and that's it. I'm backing off the game, and it's annoyed me because it's like I want to play it. It's such a good game, and it's like, but it's going to drive me nuts if there's a 3 or a 1 or a 7 or something like that. It just drives me up the wall. Well, one other thing which I think is animated will probably have to be kind of thing. I kind of miss the fact that you would not only get an achievement, but you would get an in-game special ability, or or T-shirt, or
an award for your
avatar. Like avatar things.
Even if it was either because you remember at the Left 4 Dead, you'd get an in-game, you get an avatar, you get something for your avatar, or you'd actually get something in-game as well. Like if you got an achievement, bang, it would pop up with a little bit of an extra DLC. They don't do that anymore. And I'm like, why not? Because I've always missed that. And that helped me out as well. And I was like, I want them back. I want those, the achievement score's great, but I want the little bit of maybe the avatar shirt or something. I know it sounds silly, but my Mass Effect, if you played Mass Effect, you got the Mass Effect ship as an avatar,
as a toy or whatever.
Yeah. And it was like, you don't get that anymore. And I'm like, why did they get rid of it?
Ubisoft does that a little bit. If you're part of the Ubi Club and you're playing a game, they have their own little achievements. They're
Yeah.
things that you can get in game, or
Or if
it even
you,
spreads to
Yeah.
other games.
yeah,
Oh,
if
you
you
played,
play Valhalla,
yeah,
you
you
need
get
to
all
do your
kinds of crap.
community challenges because
Yeah.
your community
Yes, that's
challenges give you opal, and before that, if you go to the reward section, you get like a sword and you get all different
New skins,
stuff.
new weapons. Yeah,
If you
inside the
play
game.
if you played all the other previous Assassin's Creed, you get all the previous skins. You know.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, which
Yeah.
is why I
I
think
get
it was
the
a very
lot.
good thing for them. Yeah,
Well-
that is brilliant. But Xbox used to do it, and I was like, they should bring that back. If
Yeah,
I could
they
get
did
them to bring
used
up,
to.
that would be.
I
Yep.
remember
That
that
would help.
clearly. Used to be fun.
But
Yeah,
yeah,
when
so
the-
I enjoy my achievements, but it does kind of drive me up the wall sometimes.
Yeah, when they switched over to the new Avatar system, I think that's when they stopped the Avatar handouts.
Yeah, I don't know why, because I enjoyed those. It was
The
one of those
in-game
things.
things were better.
Yeah, I mean, even if it's just in-game things, I just think it's one. If we
Right.
could bring it back.
Well,
Oh,
those are up to
think
the
it would bring
developers.
it.
That like with Ubisoft, those are up to the individual developers, I think.
Oh right, so it's
Yeah,
nothing
yeah.
it's nothing that something like Xbox can like whack on at another stage. Something like achievement pops up,
Right.
and then it brings you, I don't know,
or like
Avatar.
like Assassin's Creed and Siege have their own internal goal systems. You know, shoot 5 people, do this, do that, and you get Ubisoft points, and then you go to the Ubisoft. You know, it's not really a
Yeah,
store,
I
but
think
it's-
they should. I think they should still.
Yeah.
It's Uplay. I think you can. I think
Yeah.
you should still stay with those. But I
Yeah.
think it would be nice if to increase the achievements, or maybe just to, I don't know, make the achievements a little bit more. Because this is the question: is at the moment, is the trophies, is the achievements
Right.
kind of dead in the water? If you wanted to resurge it, you could do something along those lines. You bring that
Yeah.
aspect back to it. Because, and again, I'm not 100%. Shame VJ's not here. He'll be able to tell us. But I'm assuming that it's they give a list of potentially. I'm assuming they give a little list to Xbox and say, look, here's our achievement list, and then they just simply. It's almost like a tick box system. Once it hits it, it then hits the Xbox software, and it comes up. There he is.
Well,
That's our man.
since it's a developer that puts the achievements in the game, couldn't they also have it ding their own system anyway? At the same
Some
time.
serious wasp
They
nest
could
there. I
do.
reckon we've got £80 a wasp nest. I'll come round and fix it for you.
Wow.
I need to get a green screen next.
Are those wasps or flies? Do you need a bath?
Yeah.
So what
Indeed.
else are we
Gone
talking
quiet.
about?
Oh, didn't know that, Dragon. Dragon says you have to spend your Ubi points by a certain time or you lose them. Did not
Yeah,
know
you
that.
do.
Already, I think
That's when they
changed.
swapped-
It was,
yeah,
wasn't
that-
it? Yeah, they swapped it. Yeah, because I
They
lost a
swapped
whole
it
load.
over.
I didn't realise that.
I didn't.
lost about 500.
Because I use it all the time because most of my games I love to play are Ubi.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it was a. I have got a major problem with Ubisoft though at the moment because
What's
I
that?
can't remember my password,
Oh, yeah, that's...
and so I can't get it. I'm using it, and it's not a problem. But if if I want to change anything on it, which I do, which was the stupid name when I first went to went to the club, it wasn't called club back. It was the UB club, I think it was, wasn't
Yeah.
it?
That's
Or
right.
It
Yeah.
was, yeah.
something.
Yep.
It was.
And of course the username I used, I don't want it, so I went to try and change it. I can't because I can't remember my password, and my
Oh.
actual password has expired, or my email has expired. Sorry, that I had at the time. So I can't say to them, send me, because
Oh.
I've got an email. So I don't know what to do now. I'm at a loss.
Can you actually on the Uplay? I think you can go into the help option. Isn't there a help option in the Uplay thing? You might be able to
I
use the
haven't noticed.
Xbox system's own internet to try and go through that way, maybe.
Yeah, I could try that. Thanks, removable. I'll try that because I haven't thought of that. I tried getting in touch with them via website and everything, but I had no joy. So
Yeah. It's okay, wait for
because they
6
don't
months.
believe
might
you if
actually
you haven't
respond.
got an email attached to it and you've forgotten your
Yeah,
password,
exactly.
they'll just be
Yep.
sending you a code to your old email address that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. Same thing
just
happens
mad.
if you could do same thing can happen with Microsoft. I know people it's happened to where You know, they can't get into their thing, and there's only so much Microsoft can do. You know,
Mm.
you know, because you have to be able to prove you're you, and by their records, you can't do that. You know?
Well, with Uplay, yeah. But when it was the Ubisoft Club, it was so long. You just don't bother with it, do you? You just let it carry on.
Once it automatically logged me in or
Yeah.
tied to my account,
Yeah,
I didn't care anymore.
Yeah, and then I don't sign in. It's just there. You go from a game directly to it.
Yep.
And because of that, I never bothered with it. And now I'm stuck with Foxy Lady. What a stupid name. Oh, dear. And I just wanted to change it, but I can't.
We've got
I'm gonna
Kinky
try
Bear. Compared to Kinky Bear, Foxy Lady is very nice. You know.
Yeah, but most
Shall
men
I take a
don't
bow?
think it's very nice. They think I'm after something. Sounds a bit provocative now.
I mean, Mr. Tushy's got this new mic and everything, and he's barely said
You
a
look
word.
very professional.
I'm just daydreaming.
A foxy lady. Is that what you're trying to?
No,
You're daydreaming about Foxy Lady.
I'm thinking of Foxy Bingo. I want to go to bingo now.
What's it going to bingo?
So, that was a good topic. Has anyone got any thoughts on this rumour? Microsoft Corp is in talks to acquire Discord Inc. for $10 billion US.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's not a rumour.
I have.
I've heard it's gone a lot further than that. Well,
Yeah.
It's more than the rumor. I think it's gone past rumor stage right now. There's no smoke without fire, and let's be honest. They were looking at TikTok because of they need something. They were looking at
God,
Pinterest
imagine that on Xbox
as well. They were looking at Pinterest as well because they need that social media outlet. They've got nothing like that. I think it's a good thing. But it's not Xbox buying. People have got to remember it's not Xbox buying it. It's Microsoft.
exactly.
Yeah.
There will be, if it happens, some Xbox integration.
Yes,
Hopefully,
of course.
we will use it as the party chat because you can have more people. It's more stable. The sound quality is better. That
Well,
would
look at
be a
Skype.
plus.
Well, it seems to also be it would fill in a bunch of spots for Teams as well
Yeah.
because it does a lot of the same things that Teams does.
It really does. Yes.
You could always use it for streaming from your Xbox as well, couldn't you?
Yeah.
could
That's
Turn
Maybe
it
another-
into the new party chat. Maybe
Exactly.
have more than
exactly.
16
Begs the
touch.
question: what becomes of Skype? Because Skype, they do well. Who uses Skype anymore?
Does anyone actually
Skype's
use
not
it
like
anymore?
Skype.
I know.
Yeah,
I
it
know.
does.
nothing.
3 years ago.
Nothing.
NLG do.
Nothing.
Mike from NLG, they use it still. I think a lot of businesses use it. I think. I don't know.
The only thing Skype seems to do that these don't do is you can call a landline through Skype. You can call an outside, a non-Skype number.
Yeah.
I think.
I don't think that. I think it would be a good buy for Microsoft, but
Yeah.
I don't think it's that big a deal. I mean, people going, oh, they've got all this money, they won't buy studios. Yeah, of course they will. They've got. That's Microsoft. There's money allowed for Xbox, and it's a completely different thing. But they will integrate in. They will tie up.
Yeah.
Xbox
because-
once they've
yeah.
got it. But
Because,
it's
yeah,
just a
Discord
person for
is a-
actual Microsoft.
And they can use Discord as part of their business side too, Office and all that other stuff.
Yeah,
they have.
exactly.
So it's
And
not
Skype
like it's
sort of
strictly.
died a couple years ago, didn't it? Really, for most people, they went onto this bloody Zoom thing.
Right.
I've never been on Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
same
think
here.
it-
I'm on
I think-
Teams at the
I
moment.
think it's a long play, yeah, and I was gonna suggest that removable. I think it's a long play where they've got Teams, which is really really good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Teams is nice.
Skype they bought long ago. What did they do? They made it blue and nothing else. But,
Yeah, but that I think that wasn't Microsoft's fault. I think Microsoft bought it, and then Steam,
It's not-
Skype, sorry, didn't have any innovation, and they didn't do anything.
No, what I think it's Skype was bought so long ago. I think it was pre-Satya. I think. I don't think Satya was even in the company when they actually bought that. If they do to Discord what they've done with what they're going to promise with Bethesda and let Discord be Discord under the banner of Microsoft, they've got Teams. Skype can go and disappear, and then they've got the business use for Teams. And they've got the personal use for Discord, and you've got that whole integration with gaming and social media within those two realms.
And like somebody mentioned in the chat, I think it was back, using Discord will allow us to talk to PC gamers as well as Xbox gamers all at the same time, and probably xCloud gamers as well.
Yes,
and also with Discord. You have too many. Everybody's on Discord, and then your phone or it's going ping, 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 ping all the time. It's just
you can mute
many.
those, you know. You can mute those, you know.
Yeah, I know, I do, but I'm just saying, there's so many different maybe they could make it so you can have a party in there, and then it's just one notification. Do you get what I mean, or something like that?
I'm sure there's those options. I mean, but look at how many. If you get involved in many DMs in Twitter. I mean, if you don't mute them, if you are in 15, good lord,
the group DMs, man, wow.
I'm in
especially if Stubbs is in it.
And they're all muted.
Yeah, I don't write one long message. I write like 15, and
yes, you do. Yes,
you do.
15 short messages.
Yeah. You know, when I'm going to sleep, you're waking up, and I get ding, 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 ding.
Mute it.
Stubbs is on.
I get the same. It's a pain in the ass. Like you're lying there trying to get to sleep.
So, can people tell me, please, what's Teams? I've never heard of it.
It's Microsoft's Office, like for getting together. Like it's more, like Discord, but more visual.
It's more business centric.
Yeah.
So I used it to speak to my son's teacher on app, and I thought it was absolutely crap. I didn't like
I hate
it.
that.
I
hate video calls and things and FaceTime. I tell my kids, phone calls good
Did you
enough.
have a cat face? Is that what happened?
Look, sir, I'm not a cat. So Teams is more business based. So I have a lot of Teams meetings. It's
same here. God,
no idea. I'm not in this corporate world. You say.
Well, the best way I could describe it is, and then mate, you'll probably be able to help me out. It's effectively it can be a DM, it can be a video conferencing call, and it also can be a database for filing as well, in terms of anything. So I've got stuff like I've even got documents on there which people can look over and check over at real time and amend, and we could be having a discussion about it in a particular chat. Also, we can actually then screen share or video conference is also part of it. So it does pick up a lot of different things. It doesn't do just one aspect. It is a multitude of different things, especially for businesses. So it hits the business niche really well. So if you want to, see someone else's screen as they're moving things around for conferences, it can do that. If you want to have a team chat or you want to look over some files, it can do that as well. It is very good. It is very good for what it does. But I think, as you rightly said, Discord is predominantly more for the gaming side.
Oh, well, but also what you just said, though, where you can share screens on Discord, multiple people can share screens at the same time. I don't think they can do that on Teams. I think on Teams it's one at a time.
On Teams you can. I can share my screen, but if someone else wants to share their screen, then it overrides mine.
Yeah. Yep. At least on Discord, they can have multiple screens up and go, see what this is.
And as the likely lad quite eloquently put in chat, it integrates with your Outlook calendar.
Right.
So
God, does
if you yeah, doesn't it? So if you've got a meeting coming up, and it just reminders coming up while you're sat at work, busy. You've got this meeting. Join now. Oh no, I don't want to.
Yeah, we've got this.
Yeah.
We use Teams for the ambassador for the community champion ambassadors,
Got loads of Microsoft fanboys in here then, and girls.
or just business, or just they're in
business people. Yeah,
businesses
trust me.
that use them. Yeah,
You're all
They use
being
it 'cause
forced
it's
to use
easy
it, yeah.
cheap. Yeah, it's not a yeah.
yeah.
If I turn mine off the moment I get out of my office.
The other nice thing about Teams meetings is you can put whiskey in your coffee cup and blow on it every once in a while. They think you're drinking coffee, so you know.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a
Not
thought.
that we would do such a thing. We're very professional.
Liar.
But yeah, it's not bad for what it does. It does look bad, but definitely Discord is, I think, as anyone said, it's a good idea to have that as a more game centric software based element, and it picks up nicely.
They'd probably roll it out to more platforms. They'd probably try and. I don't know how they're going to make money out of Discord. I don't know, but they could probably roll it out to like the Switch, who hasn't got a voice chat service, as well.
Discord has
For anyone to
a
use.
Discord has a thing you can pay for. I
Nitro.
forget what it's called. Nitro. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, that's a question. Will you still pay for it if you already own? It's now part and parcel of Microsoft. Will they throw it in as part and parcel of the Game Pass Ultimate package?
Yes.
Will that be part and parcel of it? Will the Nitro bit be added to it?
Yes. That's why we had a gift of 6 months of Nitro, I think, as part of your Game Pass membership or rewards. Game Pass rewards, is it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
We had 6 months of Nitro for free. That's exactly what they've done. They've gone, I wonder how many people are going to join this.
Yeah, I wonder how. Yeah, and that
And I
would give
wonder
them an
how
idea
many
how
did.
many are going to use it. How many are going to actually use it once it's there?
I must admit, I didn't.
I didn't.
No, because
I didn't know what it was at the time, so I was like, yeah, I can't be bothered.
Yeah, I didn't either,
think-
and I just thought I've got so much to handle already.
Yeah.
Twitter Twitter cuts into my gaming. So I'm not a fan of it. I have to do it.
You just mute Tushi. I keep telling you that. Just mute it.
Our life is all much
You might
better
as
when
well
we
be-
mute Tushi. Yeah.
It's just I keep thinking, oh, not more. I've got to worry about StreamYard, Discord, Twitter. It's like I can't cope with any more.
Reddit.
Reddit. No, I never do Reddit.
You know,
I-
Don't do
Never done
Reddit.
Reddit.
No,
my
no,
Reddit still has my old name on it. That's how often I go
No,
back
I
to
think
Reddit.
I looked at
TikTok.
Reddit once and I saw all the vile stuff people say. I thought, sod that, I'm not going anywhere near that. So I didn't. I didn't.
I
do that.
think the bonus of having this is it's already used by a large multitude of gamers anyway. I mean,
Right.
you look at most streamers, they're using it.
Have you got a Discord server? Yes.
Yes, you look at most popular, whoever they are on YouTube or whatever you do, they've usually got a room, or even websites have got their own Discord and things. I think that's
I've
where
got a bit of Discord. It's badly managed though, but
Yep.
exactly. But then,
Oh, Tushi's doing his
What
best.
bonus?
Come on.
what bonus? What bonus is it going to get? What? I don't know. Yeah, what bonus is it going to get to us console gamers? That's the question I want to know, and I think it's going to integrate the party chat. It's going to increase the party chat tenfold.
Well,
oh,
could you do
there'll
as
be
an
50
overlay for the
people in
streaming?
Toshi's 50
Yeah.
people in Toshi's gaming night.
Yeah,
It would be a nightmare.
it wouldn't.
Remember the
Would.
first day I set it up? Remember the notifications? It was going crazy. Wasn't
Well, one thing it has though already, and you can tell people, you could set up the channel to do it, is you force push to talk.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But I just think it's stupid when we've got game night going on and you can only have 16 in there when like 30 want to play.
Yeah, it is hard, but the problem is, although it sounds good, it's hard to get a word in edgeways.
Not with our
Not-
community
not
game night. I
always.
think we're all
Not always.
respectable. We all
everyone's
wait
quite
for each other to
respectable.
finish.
I'm sorry. Did you call us respectable?
Yeah.
I don't know about that. That might be
No,
pushing
but I
it.
mean, we respect other people talking on.
Oh,
on
that
community
part. Yeah.
game
Okay.
night,
Yeah. At least for that
However,
part. Yeah.
If you eat crisps in front of Lupa, she will not be impressed.
That's
No,
true.
I will
yeah.
not.
Oh,
And
I've
guess what?
I've got a
I
packet
was
here. Give me a second.
no. You I will ban you.
Joking. I'm joking.
No, I was watching a stream. I think it was Halo, After Hours Halo, fun speculation, and Psychonauts was munching his way through what seemed like half the supermarket.
Yeah, I remember that
And I
night.
thought, I am going to slap him. How rude! Yeah, and
Hey,
he had it right in. He had the mic right in his mouth, along with whatever he was eating.
You'll notice we got Tushi to stop like sucking on his e-cig in our ears. So.
Yeah. He's like, it was complaints from Cerebral. He was like, "No, I've had enough of it. Come on, you can press mute, surely."
I have been muted.
I'm like, here's what you need to do. Yeah.
Lupa, remember
I'm
remember when someone came in the party chat on the game night and they just came in just to eat a bag of crisps and left?
Even that guy that
If I could find that guy.
Yeah, but wasn't that the guy that nobody knew who he was? He was a random gamer tag, and no one knew who he was.
Yeah,
he
he
started
just came
slagging
in.
off. Yeah, but he came in. He started slagging Xbox off, and then he started eating crisps. He was like, no one knew
And
who
then
he
he
was
left.
though.
He never
I
came
told
back,
him
though.
he better get lost, or I was going to ram them crisps where the sun don't shine, and he left.
I think Xbox muted him straight away. He did.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
went to mute too.
Well, it does
think
mean, I think, if Discord does come through, it does mean Cerebral Paul will potentially have a new job as a mod. Whether or not he liked it.
I get enough of that, thank you. That's when people start hating me.
I have muted quite a few on in a party for eating, haven't I, Tushi?
I think there's a couple of people that I still have muted from a game night like a month ago.
Yeah,
That
then when
I
we
just
go back into a party.
I forget to unmute them,
Yeah,
and
me
then
too.
I hear half a conversation, and I can't figure out where's this other person coming from, and I got to figure out.
Got to go back into the party chat and then turn him back on. Or to
see
then
who it
back
is.
on.
Oh, it's that guy. Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's that guy.
it's the guy who does this in his mind.
Yeah.
And it's like,
No, do you
God,
remember Tushy,
stop
that
that
one
shit.
that was heavy breathing?
yeah,
It was like he had his mouth over his mic.
yeah. No, it's like
Sounded like
God.
Darth Vader.
It's like I can't stand that.
The worst one's when they have chewing gum. That's worse.
Oh, don't. Oh my gosh. Especially when you're getting in, going multiplayer and it's teenagers. And they're all at it.
Sounds like they're sucking a pair of bollocks or something.
Yeah. Mute, 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 mute.
Or squeakers. If we get squeakers every once in a while, gotta turn the squeakers down.
We all
The
know
echo's the worst on party chat, though, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, maybe that'd be just that alone is a good reason for them to switch to Discord.
Yes, that would be good. That echo is proper bad.
Bugger off.
But I do feel
He
sorry
doesn't
for
like
poor
it
Leaf.
when they keep putting him on the main screen.
Yeah, but poor Leaf, innit, Tush, your cousin. I mean, bless him. He's got no choice, and then people don't understand, and I'm telling him that he's deaf. He can't do it any other way. Just, be nice.
Yeah.
Poor Leaf.
Yeah,
The ones that get me are the ones that I know the echo is coming from them, and I go, the echo is coming from you, and they go, no, it's not. Yes, it is. Okay, I'm
Yes, it
looking
really
at it
is.
right now.
Yes.
Just go through and mute the one at a time, and you know which one it is.
Yeah.
Because you lose
Or
the echo.
or they go, well, I don't hear it. That's because it's coming from you. That's why you don't hear it.
Yep.
Oh, let's not start on this again. If Flamish turns up, he'll get a right to shit me on again.
Oh.
So
Yeah,
next topic then, Stubbs, or have you gone to sleep?
No, I'm still here.
He's eating egg.
I'm just sitting here enjoying
sucking
hearing
an egg.
Lupa's.
Got sucking an egg,
here.
apparently. Yeah.
I was just sitting here enjoying hearing Lupa talk gaming again and everything.
You big softy.
So there was some news. It's not massive news, just a little adjustment. So the article was from Season Gaming. When the Xbox network began showing up in the alpha testers' dashboards a few days ago, people became rightly suspicious that Xbox was about to make a big change. It turns out they were. Xbox Live has been the company's online service name since its inception in 2002, but that is officially changing to the Xbox Network according to The Verge. That has also been confirmed by the Xbox team with the following statement. Xbox Network refers to the underlying Xbox Online service, which was updated in Microsoft Services Agreement, says the Microsoft spokesman in a statement to The Verge. The update from Xbox Live to Xbox Network is intended to distinguish the underlying service from the Xbox Live Gold memberships. And also Xbox Live is planning to drop free-to-play paywall soon. And correct me if I'm wrong, Removable, didn't you, or someone dropped it into the DM, that it's in alpha skip or something, that the free-to-play is in there now?
Yeah, it dropped in alpha skip ahead today, and hopefully in a month or two, by somewhere at the latest, we should have it for everybody, where all the free-to-play games and all that stuff will be opened up for everybody. So
it's going to be a bit of a pain because it means I'm going to have to go back to my blooming router because I've got Xbox Live. On my router, I actually push that through. So if I'm using my Series X, I use my router to push that signal through a lot harder. So that means I have to go into my router settings and find the Xbox network and do the same for that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's got some. It may have something to do with Xbox Network. Might sound better.
I think it's because to me it's interesting that they kept Xbox because it's actually going to be beyond Xbox. It's PC, it's xCloud, but I can see why because you can already see on Twitter some of the Sony boys are going, they're just trying to copy Sony with
it ain't that. I think I heard bits and pieces. Jez said that you should all go listen to Four Guys with Quarters yesterday with Jez as a guest.
Right.
He mentioned things like,
please do.
It was like if, correct me if I'm wrong, animated. Basically, things like if it wanted to go to the Nintendo Switch, Xbox Network sounds much better. Various things like that. Branding wise, it sounds better. Oh, Xbox Live's coming. Oh, Xbox Network sounds much better.
That was
why not Microsoft Network?
Why
that's what I was thinking. Why not
PlayStation?
Why not Microsoft?
Yeah, that was a point I raised with him. So that was a question I had after he really went into depth about it's not a rebranding but a debranding as such. They're trying to, what he was saying, they're trying to sort of disassociate themselves with the Xbox Live thing, and he gave some incredible detail on what he thought. My question was to him after that, do you think this is to get Game Pass and such things onto other platforms a little easier? It's not Xbox Live anymore. You don't need Xbox Live. It's Xbox Network. He went at length. He really did it. If you missed it, check out Four Guys. Jez had a really good insight into it yesterday.
It was very good. I enjoyed it.
I was watching it, but I didn't get through much of it.
Yeah, that was my question to him. Would it be a easier for other to get on other platforms with that? And that was my thoughts on it, and he agreed.
What's interesting to me is it still carries the Xbox moniker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say Microsoft would be the better option.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. Because I don't like the fact it's too close to the PlayStation Network.
I can see your point on that.
They had it first, and that
that doesn't bug me. that doesn't bug me on our side as much as I think the
will bug
Sony
them.
side would.
Yes.
It'll drive them crazy.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
you
couldn't
just
really
have to
book
connect-
anyone, but
You just
know,
have to, you have to connect to the Xbox network. We have to do what? No,
Yeah.
I'm not connecting my PS.
I
to
already
the-
do because I use
Yeah.
it on my phone.
Yeah.
So, as
fun-
far as I'm concerned, I'm already on the Xbox
Fun
network.
speculation in the chat says the network term is just a descriptive term, which it is. That's all
Yeah.
it is. It's just
Exactly.
a network.
Right.
You know.
It's not. It's,
I
it's
get
not.
that.
It's not privy to PSN. And,
Oh, no. No.
That's not.
No,
that's
but-
not,
but-
I don't think that's not what
I wasn't
Microsoft are
saying
doing.
that.
But it's
No,
a
no,
it's
I'm
a
just-
but from a marketing standpoint to try to get the other people to get over it. It's
Yeah.
it's not really a big deal, really. You know.
No, it's not.
Not a big deal at all.
No.
I just thought they might have chosen something different. That was all. But you're just going on your Xbox. The Xbox
Yeah.
logo comes up, and you're signing into Xbox. We
You
don't
go into
care
a couple of
about the
Sony
other
games.
one.
You go into a couple of Sony games or on the PlayStation, and the Xbox logo comes up. That's fun. They cover their eyes.
But if you look at it from a different standpoint, you look at the word Xbox Live. That's associated. Oh, I'm going to go on Xbox Live. That's associated with being on your Xbox,
Right.
isn't it? Like we've always said in the past, we're all old gamers.
Yep.
All 6 of us. We've always said, "Are you coming on live tonight?" That's one
Yeah.
of that's one of the things we've always said.
I always say you're partying up.
Fair enough.
So I never use
I
live.
I just say,
So-
are you going to be
Sorry.
on tonight to most of my friends, and they know what that means.
Soon you'll be saying, "Hey, discording up." That's just the future.
Oh, we already do. I mean, for those of us
Are you
that like
discording up.
when I played WoW with Fork and those guys, we'll get on Discord. We'll get on.
Yeah.
We would say get on Discord.
So we've always said to our friends, "I'll see you on live later." So when you're talking
Well,
about
you might
multiple,
have.
when you're talking about multiple platforms, live is because live has that whole we're going on console thing. It's trying to derive you away from that, where it just means you're going to be in the Xbox space,
Right.
the Xbox.
And all I'm saying is from our side, I mean, it's like, what if all of a sudden that we did have to use Sony services and they said, well, you have to connect to Sony Live or whatever, or PlayStation Live. Now, I wouldn't have a problem with that, but I know a bunch of, fanboys that would.
Dragon Wolf says MS knows Sony are changing to PS Live. Go on,
In
Wolf.
terms of, I think just in terms of a branding aspect, if they wish to try and if it is a term that they're trying to utilise, so maybe they can. I'll be a little bit facetious here. Slide into different platforms or slide into different, even just Japan's into their elements.
Right.
Moving the Xbox name out of it and just simply saying Microsoft Network would have been a better situation. Still keeping the Xbox
because it's
aspect
already
of it is still
it's already beyond Xbox. Like I said, it's on PC. It's on
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm already connected to the Xbox network because I use it on my phone and I use it on my laptop and I use it on my Xbox and cloud gaming and all that. So, yeah, I think that it's already that, isn't it? So,
I was just thinking about it. Maybe you've just hit a point there, Lupa. Maybe it's because they want to distinguish themselves a bit like I've got with Discord. Thinking about it now, we've got Discord and Teams. Maybe their Microsoft network is the business orientated.
That could be.
Only.
Yeah, that could be where they're going.
Is the gaming?
We're saying that it's an identifier that is going to put some people off, and not that I care. Again, I personally don't give a shit. Yeah. But I'm just saying, from something that's going to come to your mind when you think of something, they're not going to go that far. They're not going to go. Oh, it's just a thing. No,
I think everybody says everything. Paul says, "Oh, you're going live." Said, "Are you online?" And I always say, "Are we going to party out?" All the business stuff does it to us, executive. Much more fun.
You're right.
No.
I wasn't
Right,
sure you were
it's true.
finished. Right. Yeah, you're right.
Application. And more
Skype's going to go as a
Yeah.
bad. It's still in its infancy. It's only a couple of years old, whereas the same as they got it wrong.
Didn't try a few top games.
It was too little. Back in the day,
That a lot of streamers wanted. Free overlays. If they'd made it to the point to almost create the perfect streaming setup on their console, it probably would have kicked off a lot of more console streamers. But because, again, a lot of console streaming, the extra tablet or the extra PC aspects to it to try and do it didn't really kick off that much. And people was like, if you just put this on, I would probably have spent a lot of the overlays. I wanted notifications, I wanted those things, but I just couldn't.
has access to a PC or anything they can set.
I think, as Anime said, it was too little too late.
I think.
But they could have really done something with it.
What my point was going to be, because they.
The stream just dropped. The stream just dropped. It looks like.
It's fine. He's just dropping
Yeah,
out
it's
and back in.
buffering really hard now.
I actually
when
got
you
the error message, the full error message.
Really?
You're all still live,
Yeah.
apart from somebody.
No, they need it's still stubs.
We just lost
No, he's
Stubs.
back in again. He's back in
It's
again.
fine. It's fine.
He's
He went for
but he's
StreamYard,
buffering all the time, really well.
Yeah, but
really
the problem
hard.
is StreamYard. I'm not. I don't host it.
Yeah.
I'm refreshing
It doesn't work.
now.
It doesn't work like
Here it-
OBS and all that. It's
Right.
hosted on the net.
It's back, people.
You were saying
We're
animated.
back on. We're back on. Microsoft had the chance to. Then they thought this is, and then try to bring something that was half-assed into the same thing. You try and bring another YouTube in now, it's never going to happen. And that's what they tried. That's exactly what they tried to do. Oh look! That's
Well, the sad thing
try and
is,
emulate.
Mixer actually has some better technology behind it than Switch.
I really did, but
Yeah.
I
that's
preferred
because
Mixer to. Yeah, I did. To
I
found-
Twitch.
I find the navigation better. I could find who I wanted easier. I could watch all the videos without having.
Just talking about like
That's
the
what I want.
FDL, the
Yeah, yeah.
low latency
Yeah, yeah.
stuff that Mixer did was amazing.
Does
started
anybody
using
think on Discord?
Yes.
I was wondering that myself actually,
Like
because
using-
Discord
Yes,
can
absolutely.
do that.
Discord like Twitch.
Yep.
Yep.
That's
Straight
why it
into-
might be a good acquisition.
Straight from your Xbox.
Yeah.
Because it's got the. I don't know if they realised they were going to do this when they gone cancel Mixer and buy these. I don't know, because
It
obviously
seems like it.
I would say they've gone through the stats. They've gone through the numbers.
Telegonic
and
it was
they've
40
looked at
million.
And they haven't just done this out of just, we're going to buy them. No, they've done
No.
the research. They've looked at that. They've gone through and checked out all the little aspects. As you said, you don't just drop Mixer after throwing a big person into it. There was something else there, and I think.
I think part of the reason Mixer got cut the way it did was that's when all that the sexual harassment stuff hit all over the
Yes.
place, and Mixer was a big part of that. And the
And
streaming,
I do think
and
that,
all of a sudden it was like we're closing it. Shit.
I think
give away
that
over the way
they-
past. Go on.
I think that they are trying to acquisition Discord because they're going to have multiple uses for it, not just
Yep.
one. And I think that is a good thing if they can turn it into something that us gamers can use much easier, and that we'll all go to. I very rarely go to Twitch. Now, I'll tell you something. On my smart TV, I used to have a box like you do for YouTube that you could click on and have, Mixer up or YouTube up, and you could have Twitch up like that. And then they cancelled it when Mixer left, when Mixer was dropped. You can only get to Twitch now via a PC or a laptop. And I don't bother because of that.
Right.
Like, I would go onto my TV and I'll be playing Xbox, and then I'll flick over and have a quick look at YouTube, or I'll go to Twitch and have a quick look at somebody streaming on Twitch. But now I can't. I can only use a laptop or a PC.
Oh, you
So-
can, because you can go to Twitch on your Xbox.
Yes,
If
I
you've
know.
got the
but
app installed.
if you got the app installed. But what I'm saying is, it's not the set. I have to then leave my game to go.
Yeah,
to that.
it's not as well integrated as
yeah, that's what I mean. So
correct,
if
yeah.
you had somewhere where you can go and you're in a party, or you're just playing a single player game, but you can go and flick over on Discord to a stream that somebody's streaming, that would be brilliant, wouldn't it?
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, they could do an integrated picture-on-picture element if they needed to.
That's it, yeah.
If you could do a picture-on-picture, you can imagine playing a game yourself, and you've got a little picture-on-picture sort of stream happening in the right-hand corner. You know, like they do their overlays for your notifications. You know, if they could go along down that path, and I think people would utilise it. But again, I think that what they need, I think if Discord is, and then I think we all agree it is probably going to be purchased. Let Discord be as itself, and let them try and integrate it and make it as simple and as easy as possible for the console base, because that will then kick off a lot more people into streaming as well as using it on a regular basis. The more easier it is for the console gamers, the more they use it. The more convoluted, the more you have to jump onto some other tablet or something else, or it's a little bit of a chore. That kills it. They need to try and make it as simple as possible.
That's why I don't use Twitch very often. I'll go on there sometimes if I'm bored, but mainly I get fed up with sitting with a laptop on my lap, and I just want to be gaming. And it's
just so you know, I've started to use my YouTube channel, so you can.
Well, you're live on Twitch now, Lupus. So say hello.
Hello, Twitch. But
hi, Twitch. Love you.
You was on Twitch with Community Game Night all the time, weren't you?
Yeah.
And I never bothered to go over there to watch it because I was involved in it, so I did. But I would have gone over to watch it if it was easier to go. I watched it when I was lying in bed and not doing anything. I'd whip over to Twitch then and watch the community. But once you started putting it on YouTube, it's so much easier for me because I could just do it on my smart TV. Click onto YouTube, watch the game night. Great. So I really love that you put it on YouTube, Tushi.
Yeah, I've done it for the first time last week.
Yeah, it was brilliant. Because I was able to lie in bed feeling like death, but able to watch you lot in Community Game Night.
Except for the first 2 hours where there was no audio from Mr. Tushi.
Crackdown is a bit of a revelation because I'm sure it was Stubzy that told me Crackdown multiplayer was no good and it wasn't being supported anymore. So I deleted it. Stubzy.
I never said that.
You
got the wrong end. I was talking about when the game was being developed. The games engine got taken off them and they had to rebuild the multiplayer in 18 months. That's what I meant.
Yeah, I know, but I thought, nobody's supporting it, it's crap, so I just deleted it.
I might delete
and
it
then
as well,
you were playing it, but that's fine. I could just re-download it. I'm just saying that when I saw you playing Crackdown, I was like, oh, you can play it.
Yeah.
We weren't really able to play it. We weren't really able.
Yeah, I read somewhere that the servers had been taken down for a long time ago. I can't remember where I read it or where I heard it. I was sure I'd seen it.
Yeah, me too. Animated. That's exactly.
Yeah.
What I thought, because it wasn't just what Stubbs said, it was something else that I actually read or saw at some point, but my memory's not too good, so I can't actually remember.
But I was also going to say, them buying Discord, they're like somebody mentioned, just like everything else they do, they're buying studios that are already intact and already in place and already have a history, already have a base. Well, that's what Discord is. They're basically buying what we would call a latchkey business. And, if you're buying a restaurant, it's latchkey means it's ready to go.
They're having a really good chat about it.
Absolutely.
Really
they're going for it.
Yeah. I love it, guys. Keep going.
The only problem
make sure you give us a thumbs up and a share and a follow.
I can't really argue with them because they're all good points. You know?
Yeah, they are.
Tushi, what's your take, dude?
What he says, Twitch, Zoomer, or Weebs.
I mean, obviously, I do think they will. I never thought of it. I do think they will bring as Fastbucks, I think, app to the Xbox where you could probably just stream. You could probably do a podcast from Party Chat on the Xbox eventually.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, that's what they do on PlayStation, isn't it? That's the thing. That's their big thing, isn't it? That they can stream directly from their box, isn't it?
Straight to YouTube. Yeah, you can.
They can.
There's the blow. This is the blow people want. Now that's good.
Yeah.
They're never going to let them stream to YouTube because of the disagreement between Microsoft and Google.
Exactly.
Are bitter enemies, and that's what people don't get. There's a reason why there's no YouTube feature to stream to YouTube. It's because of that very reason. Microsoft and Google in the corporate world are bitter rivals, and that's it. I don't ever think you're going to get that feature.
No, but
you might
PlayStation
you might
have
use
it,
Discord.
and with Discord, it might happen. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
It could happen via Discord. It could happen.
Actually, stream direct from your Series X or S, whatever it is, straight to Discord, and then you're streaming on Discord, and people can go and watch it like they do on Twitch, maybe.
It's like Paul's trying to mute us all with a microphone. Paul, are you trying to mute us with that zapper you were using, the controller? Is that like the mute button?
You wish.
Yeah,
no.
yeah. But I would like to ask Mr. Tushy's thoughts on this.
The way
You've been way too quiet.
And I've been trying to get a word in.
Sorry, I'll leave now.
No. The way I see it is, it's going to bring more options to what we have now. So, if they do purchase them, we'll be able to maybe stream. It gives options for streaming, options for recording, stuff like that. It'll benefit everybody in the end, I believe. Especially if they can cross platform party between PC and Xbox as well. So I see it as a win-win.
Yeah.
There's nothing negative about it, really, is there? I don't know too much about Discord. I'm still learning it myself.
It is for us console fans, I think. But will Discord still be available? Is Discord available on PS5? Can you? I know you can stream straight to YouTube. Is there any sort of connectivity on PS5 for Discord? Will Microsoft, if it is, take it off?
I wouldn't have thought so. I think there'll be a clause in it a bit. Yeah, I think they'll try and keep it as a.
Well, that's if it's available. I mean, I don't know myself. I don't have.
The biggest issue. The biggest issue I do see between this dream of streaming to YouTube is the wall, because if Google know Microsoft acquired Discord, they won't allow it. They are bitter rivals. And people think, Xbox is a lovely company and Microsoft is a lovely company. Microsoft, ruthless buggers. And when it comes to in the corporate world, Xbox is perceived to be nice, but Microsoft and Google are actual rivals. And it could happen, but money would have to change hands, and it would be Microsoft paying Google. It would.
Yeah.
I have a question.
I don't. Yeah, what comes?
Yeah. Or a statement, whichever you want to call it, right? So, Discord has decided it's for sale, correct? And it wants 10 billion, round about that. Which companies would buy them, or can buy them? The top four.
Tencent, Embracer Group,
Stadia,
top five,
Amazon.
top five. So you've got Amazon. Tencent, Embracer, Amazon, Google, Microsoft. You've got a choice of 5 there, okay, that can buy them.
I do want to say,
I want to see them in Microsoft's hands.
It's true, but I'm going to bring up another name, and I've been seeing a lot of people saying this company's poor. Sony has about 40 billion in cash that they can buy companies with. People underestimate. Sony actually have money.
Yeah, but that's
surprising people. They actually have money.
That's Sony as a whole company, okay? And I know we're talking. That's only 40 billion. It's not trillions like the other 5.
Yeah, but I do agree.
40 billion over all their departments they use. You've got the TV, the audio, you've got the PlayStation, you've got all that. 40 billion over that is spread quite thin.
Oh, I agree. Just every podcast insinuates that Sony's got no money at all. They're nearly broke.
They
It's
got
not
a
true.
smaller,
They're not.
a smaller purse than Microsoft and Tencent.
Oh, I fully
It's
agree with
Amazon.
that. They've just bought the biggest anime platform streaming service.
Crunchyroll.
Or they're acquiring it for $1 billion.
Yeah.
Well,
They do have money.
It's
do
not the
have
fact
money.
Crunchyroll is effectively they're basically, the way I see it from in that aspect is that they're collating all the anime kind of platforms into one nice package. Crunchyroll for me seems to be a very strategic, smart thing. It means it's not on someone else's platform. At this stage, it's on a lot of platforms. If they can basically hold the purse strings of these anime platforms, they can say, well, Sony's the place for your anime.
It's true.
Sony's that's place. And it's because Crunchyroll is actually on Xbox at the moment, and that's one of the things I'm trying to work out and find out whether or not is that deal still going to be kept? Is that going to no longer work on other platforms?
No.
I think
Is
it will.
Sony going to?
It will.
It probably will. Yeah.
You'll probably lose Crunchyroll off Microsoft service.
I doubt that. I doubt it very much. Because that's like saying, oh, they've acquired Netflix. Let's pull Netflix off everything. It's not going to happen.
It depends on what the agreement is. If the previous
I didn't
deal,
say everything.
I know. Sorry.
yeah, it depends on what the agreement is. You don't know what the agreement's already been. It could be one of those things that Microsoft or Crunchyroll still got a deal with Xbox for 2 years or a year or something, and then it just disappears one day, as it could do. But yeah, they've already got Fun Animation, and Crunchyroll is one of the next biggest anime platforms out there. So it makes sense to try and collate those aspects and pick that up and hold it in that area, because people want that watch their anime, especially us. So it's easier to
Connected to merchandising and games
It is,
and mobile
it is,
games too. It is Crunchyroll. It's all part of a big plan.
Yes, exactly.
But my point
that's
just was
what I think
that
they're focusing down that route
Exactly.
rather than say.
Yep.
I think they're focusing down. It's almost like they're focusing down the battles they can win, rather than battles that could potentially cause them problems. I'm not saying we haven't got money. They're just being very smart on where they place that money.
It's true, but just the way people make out they've got no money all the time.
Well,
we're going to die and all that.
Well,
and all.
to that,
You know what I mean?
to that, I would say that Sony may not. Even though Sony has money, they may limit how much they spread to PlayStation. They may be very strict about that compared to like Microsoft. We know Microsoft will back Xbox's play because that's what they do. Sony doesn't seem to have that same kind of relationship within their own company, if you know what I mean.
Nope. Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
And I think that's where it comes from. That's why you say they have much tighter purse strings than Microsoft does.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
it works, though.
that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
You take a $1 trillion company with 6 departments, and you take a $1 billion company with 6 departments. That $1 billion spreads a lot thinner over those 6 than the trillion does.
Right.
And that's the point. So they
also
cannot
remember,
afford
Sony's
to
departments
spend
don't.
Yeah, go on.
Well, as VJ once said in a previous stream, those departments don't give leeway to the other departments.
Right.
They don't get a you get a discount.
No.
They are very busy. All departments are business orientated.
Well,
It
that's
doesn't
how
matter
you're
if they're
supposed to run a
speaking to
company,
their
really.
And they all seem to be their own individual entity almost. They almost don't work.
Yeah.
They don't work
Microsoft
together.
isn't like that.
Yeah.
I don't think.
Yeah.
There will be a time period that Microsoft corporate have given Xbox to get to a certain number by. There will be a deadline, and it could be 10 years. It could be we want to hit this by then, and then you might, if they don't hit it, there'll be. Everyone says there's no pressure on the Xbox studio. There is, to
Yes,
push
he is, yeah.
more subs. If that sub stagnates, there'll be serious problems. If it stops, it won't. No, but saying there will be targets set by Microsoft corporate. There will be.
Oh, yeah.
To me, you know.
Phil
Someone
always
goes,
has
"Oh, the
targets he's gotta
freedom."
meet.
There is
No,
freedom.
Phil always has
Keep-
targets he's got to meet. Phil's always got targets.
Exactly. As long as you meet the targets, Microsoft is
Yeah.
very pleased. That's all they want, you know.
Yep.
And they go get me. I recently know someone that locally that seen the Bethesda deal and told me he's going to get an Xbox, and now he has due to. I told him about the all access plan for the Series X, and he sent me a screenshot that he's bought one because he said that he couldn't lose the Bethesda games, so he's switched back over to the Xbox because he didn't like the Xbox One, so he went to PS4. So he's come back to he went travelling and he got a PlayStation. Then because this Bethesda deal, he really likes Elder Scrolls and Bethesda games, so he said I can't lose them. And I told him about the all access plan. He's like, that's great. There's no APR. I said, no, Microsoft has paid it. But yeah, he managed to get one off game for the Series X, so he's pleased about that. He is, you know. I think they're probably gone by now. It was yesterday, I think he got it.
Mhm.
Well, he got a deal. He did.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure there's a lot of that going on. I'm sure.
Oh no, he's not the first. There'll be a lot of people doing that. Even he admitted. He says a lot of Bethesda fans will switch for that. You know, not everyone, you know, but
Bethesda does have a good following though, doesn't it?
they do.
Oh yeah,
fans and stuff,
Bethesda has a gigantic following.
Did you see the Tom Warren thing from The Verge? That Xbox Party Chat is going to be free of its Xbox Live free-to-play charges.
Yeah.
Changes.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That's what's in alpha skip ahead right now.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it
Microsoft
already
is
was.
announcing
Okay.
Today,
No.
that Xbox Party will be free for Xbox owners soon. The
Yep.
software maker has started testing a new Xbox dashboard update with testers today that unlocks Xbox Party Chat multiplayer in free-to-play games and looking for groups LFG feature.
All of that
And-
all of us skip ahead people got it, or most of us have it already.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's going to go through the other processes, and it'll go to beta, then it'll go to gamma, then it will go open, then it'll go to everybody. So
Mm-hmm.
it won't be long at all. It'll be a month or two at the latest, probably, barring any problem.
You know.
The whole it's between your stream stuff and
There is no YouTube update or server issue or something. Has anyone actually just had a quick look and see if there's because sometimes they like to do updates for the servers or something, and
yeah.
it can cause a problem.
Could you
Yeah,
possibly
because StreamYard is still working, because we're still talking, so StreamYard
Yeah.
is still functioning.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
definitely YouTube.
Stubbs? Once the stream ends, could you lose this stream?
Can somebody put in chat what that we?
I've done it, yeah. I've told them. We're
what-
back. We're
We'll be
back.
back.
Guess who's back? Back again.
Hello, everyone. We're back, and now
Animated's back. Tell your friends.
there's something wrong with YouTube because the way it's either StreamYard or
Hey-y'all.
YouTube. The host doesn't actually host it because they're on dedicated servers. So that's the way it operates. So when I left earlier, if I was hosting, the whole stream would have ended and all the guests would have been kicked out. So